Got a Ram 1500. It popping noise on startup and then goes away as the engine gets warmer, or an exhaust leak on startup and noise goes away as it gets warm. The most common issue is your exhaust manifolds. The studs, the double-ended studs, pop off. Okay, they break off in the cylinder heads and they come out looking like this. So what you have to do is drill out the stud that is in the head. You gotta extract it all the way in there and put in new studs. The new studs that come are updated studs that are harder and they don't break. They always have white tips on the ends like this. They're the updated studs. These updated studs that are white tip go in the rear. They go in the rear of the engine, and then the other studs go in the front. You got collector bolts, and they're nuts that go on there. They're C nuts. You got new gaskets. That's the proper repair to fix this. I always do both sides, put new studs in both sides because they're the updated studs that won't pop. It's super common for this to happen. If your Ram's doing this, that's the first thing I would look at is your exhaust studs. It's very common for the dipstick stud to pop, and always cylinder 7 and cylinder 8 on the other side. When those, from the heat, those studs are always popping. So here's the studs here that came out. This side was good. Here's some that I've done before that broke. So sometimes they break flush there, sometimes they break flush in the head. Sometimes the flush, this one would be flush at the manifold, and these are at the cylinder head. You just gotta take the manifold off, drill them out, and extract them. If you're good and you have a long enough drill bit, you can drill through the manifold, drill the stud, and put an extractor in there. I use an extractor that looks like this. It's not the smallest size, but it's the number 2 for mine. And then I put a 1/4 inch drive in there. I hammer it in. That's why this side's beat up. And then I extract it out. I use a 1/4 inch drill bit, but I have a bunch of them there. It's a very common issue with the Rams. On the newer Rams, I think it's 19 and newer, they add a support bar all the way here across all the bolts and the studs to prevent the studs from popping. And what that does is then the manifold's now cracking in half. I've probably done 10 of them where the manifold cracks in half right here and the whole manifold has to be replaced. But this one is just the studs because it's the older Ram and it's got air ride, so it makes it a little harder.